千里之行，始于足下. A journey of 1,000 miles begins beneath the feet. We now gather in the Tao to travel the journey together. Last time, we did a retrospective on 2018. And part of that, the retrospective, was unanswered questions about the soul. So in exploring the concept of the soul, we eventually worked our way into Eastern concepts like Buddha nature, and then a more advanced concept, self-nature. So I went through that with everybody, and then I really felt deeply how important that is, the words of the sixth patriarch. So then that's when I decided I need to take another look at the translation. Now, those of you who have my books, you know that I've translated in two different ways. For something like the Dao De Jing, I tend to want to be very exact and accurate to the original, word for word, to be as authentic as possible. For Zhuangzi, the stories, Zhuangzi often gave out his stories as a very sketchy outline. So if you translate just the outline word for word, you end up with something that's mystifying, difficult to understand in English. So what you have to do in translating Zhuangzi, just as Chinese storytellers have done through the generations, is to expand upon it, but add just enough in accordance to the Tao to make it a living, breathing story. So that's a different kind of translation, translate by meaning instead of translate word for word. So in the case of the words of the sixth patriarch, I realized that it would be important to translate it as accurately as possible. So I went back to it and I re-examined every single word, and I required myself to translate every word into English, leaving nothing out, skipping over nothing. So here is what I feel is the best possible translation, given the language differences. And I would be quite confident in holding this up against any other translation in terms of accuracy and authenticity. So what the sixth patriarch actually said was how unexpected that the self-nature is originally clear and pure in itself. How unexpected that the self-nature is originally not born or extinguished. How unexpected that the self-nature is originally complete and sufficient in itself. How unexpected that the self-nature is originally not moved or shaken. How unexpected that the self-nature is able to produce all dharmas. So if you take a look at the fourth line, to be moved or shaken oftentimes is the result of the ego encountering criticism, and even a lot of times praise, because praise can move you too. Now, at the deepest level of your being, far below the level where the ego manifests, your true self is not affected, it's not harmed or injured by anything that anyone says. If you are in touch with that, then you can actually be very calm. You would actually not react in anger when you perceive someone to be attacking you. Then you can really penetrate to the truth of the matter and act accordingly. Very effective. Our meeting has come to an end, but the journey continues on. Let us travel safely. Until next time, may the Tao fill you with peace and happiness.